Lunchtime is over.
What's that?
Your keys, man.
I see you've played knifey spoony before. Hey!
What's up everyone, Adam from FWCI. Let's have a look at the Hunger Games pitch meetings because I finally finished the Hunger Games series. I watched Mockingjay Part 2 today and I just finished the edit. It was really good, I enjoyed it. So we're going to check out the two Hunger Games pitch meetings. There's one for the first movie and then another one for all of the sequels. So I can't wait to see what Ryan George has to say about this series. I always enjoy his take. If you want to see the Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2 reaction early, you can go to patreon.com/FWCI. It'll be up there for 2 weeks before it goes up on the main channel. And if you're watching this after 2 weeks, then it's probably already up, so go check it out because it was a lot of fun. But let's get into the reaction. This is the Hunger Games pitch meeting.
So, you have a movie for me? Yes, sir, I do. It's called The Hunger Games, and it's based on a book series where a bunch of kids are forced into like a battle royale to the death. Oh, that sounds a lot like that movie Battle Royale. No, it doesn't. Oh, okay, my bad. So basically there are 12...
Okay, yeah, straight up. I've seen Battle Royale, and I mean, there's obviously a lot more to it than that, but that concept, that was the first thing that came to my mind as well.
Why are they called the Hunger Games? Well, there's not really any food in the district, so by the way, the actors are gonna have to look skinny and malnourished and, well, hungry. Okay, and would you settle for having beautiful, well-fed actors that are in terrific shape? Yeah, that works. Great. Little sister Primrose a pin, and she's like, nothing bad can happen to you when you have this. Oh, that's sweet. Yeah, it is. So then Prim immediately gets her name chosen in the death lottery. That pin didn't work at all. Not even a little bit. So then Katniss...
That's a good point. That happens very soon after. She's like, nothing bad will happen to you. But nothing bad did happen to her, although we haven't got to the end of Mockingjay Part 2.
Steps up and she's like, I volunteer as tribute so my sister doesn't die. Very nice moment. Yeah, so then Primrose gives her the pin back, you know? She's like, looks like you're gonna need this. That pin that she just had the worst luck with? That's the one. I guess that's a nice moment. And then this guy, PETA, is also gonna get chosen. Oh, and what's his deal? Well, he really likes Katniss, but so does this other guy, Gale. Wait, are you saying this is based on a popular book series and there's a teenage love triangle? That's right. Oh my god, we are so gonna snatch up that Twilight crowd. Yeah, we are. I love it. So anyway, then
Yeah, I can see the how there would be a crossover in audiences between those things. By the way, should I watch Twilight? Now that I've finished The Hunger Games, I do plan on doing another film series. Let me know in the comments what you want to see. Twilight, Pirates of the Caribbean. There's a whole bunch of ones that I haven't seen.
Katniss and PETA are gonna meet their mentor, this guy Haymitch. Oh, and what's his deal? Well, he won the Hunger Games back in the day, and he's an alcoholic now. Oh, is that gonna be problematic? No, he's just gonna be an alcoholic in like the first scene. Oh, then he gets over it? Pretty much immediately, yes. Well, good for him. Anyway, he tells them that they need to be likable because
Katniss inspired him, that's why. I mean, come on.
Sponsors can airdrop supplies during the game. Oh, interesting. So they get set up with this guy, Cinna, who's in charge of wardrobes and whatnot. Okay. And he's like, I think you guys should ride into the opening ceremony on fire. How does he plan on doing that? Well, he shows them this flame, right? And he's like, this isn't real fire, and these suits are made so you won't feel a thing. Wait, so is it fake fire, or is the suit fireproof? Yes. Well, okay then. So then they have to train...
Ryan George, you are tearing this movie a new asshole.
For the games, and they meet all the other tributes from the other districts. Wow, it's gonna be hard to deal with the emotionality of that, you know? Meeting all these other kids that were chosen as tributes, knowing Katniss has to kill them. Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, see, pretty much all the other tributes are straight up evil. Oh, they are? Yeah, they were raised to do the game, so they're real into murder. Wow, okay, that takes a lot of the pressure off of us having to deal with any ethical dilemmas. Exactly. Well, great, that sounds hard. So then they need to get evaluated and get the attention of the sponsors. Okay. So Katniss shoots the apple out of the mouth of a roast pig they're enjoying. They're within firing range of the tributes without any protection? That's right. Oh, very irresponsible. So anyway,
for now.
Then the Hunger Games start and Katniss runs away real fast. Oh boy. Yeah, it's gonna get nuts. Kids killing kids super violently. It's gotta be PG-13 though. Kids killing kids off screen with a lot of shaky cam. There it is. Now the whole family can enjoy the child murders. Very smart. And sometimes we'll cut away to these flamboyant announcers that are doing a play-by-play for a cheering crowd. Oh. Yeah, you know, it's gonna really highlight how horrible these people are for getting enjoyment out of watching kids kill each other. Isn't that what people who come watch this movie are gonna be doing? Yeah, but that's different. How so? Because we'll be making money off of this. Oh, okay, so that makes it good. Exactly. So what else happened?
Yeah, it's fiction. That's real. Come on, Ryan George. I feel like there's a lot of plot holes. Is that the word I'm looking for? But a lot of his criticisms in this, I feel like they're a bit of a reach. But this is a very old video as well.
Happens. Well, at a certain point, Katniss wanders too far, and so the game masters force her back to the action by setting the forest on fire. Oh my god, isn't the forest fire gonna kill everyone? No, they just put it out once she ends up where they want her to be. They can instantly put out fire? Yeah, because of vague technology. Oh, neat. And we're gonna see that PETA joined an alliance of bad guys as a way to stay alive. Oh, they don't kill him? Well, they say they're only keeping him alive because it'll help them track down Katniss faster. They trust the guy that's in love with her that he's gonna help them find her? That's what we're going with. So then they do find her and she climbs up a tree. So they climb up the tree too? No, the main guy Cato tries, but he falls. So does he, you know, try again? He does not, and nobody else does either. Oh, instantly abandoning strategies is tight. And then they try shooting arrows at her a couple of times, but that doesn't work either. So they change angles and, you know, try again? No, they give up on that too, right away. Oh, they give up on things so fast. Yeah, and so then they
yeah, they do give up on getting her out of that tree incredibly quick. I say that in my reaction. I'm like, why didn't you walk around the other side of the tree and shoot the arrow? See if that works.
Start a fire. Oh, that's very smart. They want to burn down the tree and kill Katniss. No, they just start a fire so they can settle in for the night. What? Yeah, because PETA's like, guys, let's just go to bed and kill her in the morning. Don't they kill PETA? They said they were just using him to find Katniss. Yeah, no, they don't kill him. They listen to his idea. Wow. Anyway, so then all the bad guys fall asleep, right? They don't leave anyone awake standing guard? They do not. And so Katniss manages to drop some crazy poison wasps on them, but she gets stung too. Oh, so what happens to her? Well, she passes out and wakes up a couple of days later being taken care of by this little girl, Rue. Wait, so the Game Master started a forest fire because she was too far from the action, but then they let her sleep for several days? That's right. And what's up with the announcers? Do they just work 24 hours a day as all this stuff is happening? I don't know. Fair enough. So anyway, then Katniss is gonna blow up.
Caesar Flickerman definitely takes drugs to stay awake. I'm just gonna say it.
Up the enemy's food by shooting a bag of apples, which then fall on some mines. Oh, this girl loves shooting arrows at apples. Yeah, it's definitely the fruit that moves the plot forward the most in the movie. Wow. But then this kid kills Rue, and so Katniss kills him. It's gonna be really sad. Yikes, 2 children dying, that's super sad. No, only one of the deaths is sad. The other child was a bad child. Oh, okay. So then Katniss finds PETA, and he's just perfectly camouflaged as...
Yo, what is that?
Well, he used to decorate cakes in a bakery, so... Did he decorate them as rocks? I guess so. Oh, very weird cake orders. So then the Game Masters are like, okay, you know what? 2 tributes can win if they're from the same district, because Katniss and PETA are pretending like they're in love. Okay. And then they release a bunch of violent dogs as like the finale, and PETA and Katniss manage to get them to kill Cato. Oh, so they win? Well, they have to threaten a double suicide with some berries first. Actually, berries are very important too, now that I think of it. What? What's...
I was gonna say that, but I thought I'd sound like a smartass. Yeah, berries move the plot forward quite a bit as well.
What's going on? Well, they win. That's great, and so what happens with Gale? Oh, stay tuned. Stay tuned? Yeah, this is a book series, remember? That's all gonna come later. Oh, wow, yeah, so how many books are there in this series? 3. Okay, that's too bad. What's wrong? Well, I was kinda hoping we'd get more than 3 movies out of this franchise. Well, we could always go with the Twilight and Harry Potter strategy. Oh, yeah, very true.
Yeah, I don't mind that as a strategy. You got this big, you know, film series that's got like a lot of story and a lot of characters, a lot of stuff going on. I'm fine with the finale being a quote-unquote 2-parter. I think they're doing it with Spider-Verse, Inside the Spider... what is it? Across the Spider-Verse? Yeah, Across the Spider-Verse, the new one. That's going to be a 2-parter, and I don't know, I feel like we're in the era of the 2-parter. Well, maybe we get a little bit past it now, but we lived the era of the 2-part finale of the trilogy, if that makes sense. Ryan George was pretty much on the money with this. Some of the stuff a little bit early on was a bit of a reach, and the movie did explain it, but the rest of it was all very, 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 very valid criticism. I always say, if you love a movie, do not watch Ryan George's videos because you will get your heart broken. But that was the Hunger Games pitch meeting. Now let's have a look at the Hunger Games sequels pitch meeting.
So, you have some Hunger Games sequels for me? Yes, sir, I do. We got 2 books left, which means 3 movies to go. Yeah, feels like you should check that math. Yeah, feels like we should cash that check. What? Money. Oh, good word, good word. Yeah, remember we're gonna do that thing where you take the final book of a young adult series and split that into 2 movies to blatantly squeeze as much money out of it as you can? Right. Is there enough material for us to do that? Not exactly, no. Well, but you said the good word, though, so what happens in these things? Well, President Snow is mad at Katniss and Peeta because they inspired some uprising after winning the Hunger Games, right? And so they've kind of become this symbol of the rebellion. Oh, so Snow makes sure they're never seen by the public again? No, he sends them to all the districts with some microphones and a bunch of free time to strategize with each other and their allies. Well, that kind of seems like it might further incite the rebellion. Yeah, so that further incites the rebellion. Right. So Snow sends...
Yeah, I mean, isn't that what they all have to do, though? But yeah, I agree that President Snow, he kind of plays by his own rules. That would have been a good time to do that.
These really mean Power Rangers to all the districts to be violent and beat people up. Oh, very rude. Yeah, but then Katniss and Peeta and Haymitch, they use their influence as victors to stop the violence, and Snow does not like that. So what does he do? Yeah, well, see, he has this new game master and advisor, this guy Plutarch Heavensby. Oh, a very wacky name. He sounds like a space butler. And he's been pushing stuff like public beating.
Plutarch Heavensby does sound like a space butler. Very observant there, Mr. George.
And executions, but now he's like, hey, let's do a Hunger Games, but just using the pool of existing victors. That's a pretty evil plan, for sure. Yeah, so Katniss and Peeta, they both head into these new games, and they just make a ton of friends. Oh, well, that's nice. Wait, what? Well, they have this big group of allies. They're all looking out for each other.
Yeah, that was crazy though. They sent all the winners back in, and again, this is another one. I feel like this is a bit of a reach because none of them wanted to be there, and they all had very valid reasons for feeling like they shouldn't be there. Not just, I don't want to be here because I'm gonna die. It was like, no, I won, and you told me peace, and now I have to go back in this shit. So I can see why these guys would have got together. Obviously, there's a lot more behind this anyway, but I understood it. I thought it played pretty okay.
It's pretty nice. Okay, well, I mean, that is nice, but aren't they supposed to kill each other? No, they're only gonna kill some of the evil tributes who are comically evil, so it's okay if they die. Like, one of them has fangs. Well, okay, so just completely removing any moral dilemma from the Hunger Games. Yeah, get that out of here. Wow. So anyway, eventually Katniss is gonna shoot an arrow at a lightning bolt, and that's just gonna overwhelm the electrical system, which destroys the dome they're in. Oh, she blows up the Hunger Games? She does, and then she finds out that there was this whole secret rebellion going on, and a bunch of the other contestants were in on it. Oh. Yeah, the plan the whole time was to get Katniss and Peeta out of there. Well, why weren't they let in on the plan? So the movie could have a fun little twist at the end. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, and so this whole thing was...
Yeah, they should have been let in on the plan before they went in, for sure. But once you're in there, everything's filmed, and you can't really speak that freely. But, yeah. How far does the filming reach, though?
Organized by this lady named Coin and that guy Plutarch. The advisor to Snow, the space butler? Yeah, the game master guy. He was secretly a good guy. A lot of public executions for a good guy. Yeah, okay, maybe not a good guy, but... you know, a guy. Well, good to know. So anyway, then Katniss finds out that Peeta was captured, and she's super angry because he's all she cares about. What? When did that happen? Oh, at a certain point, I imagine. Anyway, he's all she's gonna talk about for the rest of the movies. Well, okay then. And so then, that one's over.
That's a good point. Yeah, I noticed that as well. When she started, yeah, I didn't understand what happened for Katniss to suddenly fall for Peeta the way she did. I still didn't buy into it. I thought that she was still... like, kind of into Gale deep into the very last movie.
That one's done. Oh, that's kind of abrupt. I feel like nothing was resolved. Yeah, this isn't really gonna be one of those movies that stands on its own. This is more of a stepping stone situation. Oh, okay, gotcha. So then in the next one... wait, is this one gonna be a movie or a stepping stone too? Stepping stone as well, sir. And this one's gonna pretty much be a propaganda battle between the rebels and the Capitol. Oh, it is? Yeah, the Capitol keeps putting out these videos of a skinny-looking Peeta, and he's saying stuff like, okay, everybody stop fighting now, please, okay? Okay. And so the rebellion also start to make propaganda videos, but the thing is, the videos are kinda crappy and Katniss isn't very convincing. Oh, so what do? Well, they decide to send her into actual battle so they could get some real reactions from her and whatnot. They risk everything because Katniss is not a good actress? Yeah, most of this movie is gonna be them trying to compensate for Katniss's unconvincing acting abilities. Yikes. And so
yeah, that was a very, weird flavor to the third movie. That whole propaganda thing and Katniss trying to be the face of this thing, and they're so like, all right, we need to get the right angle and like this and that. It was very weird, and now I wonder how much of that was Coin Well, President Coin, is that what we called her? How much of that was Coin's doing, and how on board were the people? Were they all just sort of towing the company line, or did they believe in that as well?
Eventually, the good guys are gonna go on this mission to try to rescue PETA and the other victors, and they're just gonna kinda not encounter any resistance in doing so. Oh, very suspicious. Yeah, and it turns out Snow let them rescue PETA as part of his evil plan. Oh! Yeah, see, he brainwashed PETA into wanting to kill Katniss, and that's just what he tries to do with his little malnourished arms. Snow's strategy was to send an underfed guy to choke her out. Exactly, pretty evil, right? He just gave up the main piece of his propaganda strategy. He did, yeah. And if they were able to brainwash people this whole time, why didn't they do that to Katniss and PETA right after the first games? Unclear. They're not very good at this, I guess. Well, okay then. So how does everybody react to PETA trying to kill Katniss? Oh, well then, that movie's done too. It's over. Right, stepping stone. Okay. Yeah, not really any resolutions or anything, just kind of, hey, come see the next movie, okay? Sure. So in the next movie, they want to storm the Capitol. Storming the Capitol is tight. Yeah. That's gonna age well, right? What is? That sentence I just said, that's gonna age well, that's gonna age okay? Why wouldn't that age well? I don't know, I just got this weird it's probably nothing. Okay, so anyway.
I said that in my reaction as well. I was like, yeah, we're storming the Capitol. This is not the first time I've heard this in the last 24 months or so.
Anyway, they want to go to the Capitol, but Snow set up these pods all over the place, like every 10 feet, and they're filled with deadly stuff. Uh-oh. Yeah, like one of them just suddenly fills up a whole city block with some oil stuff, which then disappears. What? Where does it go? Well, technology's borderline magic in these movies, so don't worry about that. Okay, so wow, I guess it's gonna be tough for them to even get close to the Capitol with all those magical traps lying around. Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, they just use the big tunnels under the city. They walk through those. There are big tunnels that lead to the Capitol, and Snow didn't put pods down there? That's right. Well, yeah, that is convenient. It's sure.
Big oversight from Snow. I thought the plan was that they could just flood the tunnels if something happened, but nope. Instead, we got unleashed the friggin' whatever the hell those things were. Mutts. Christ, they were terrifying.
Sure is, sir, but while they're down there, this is gonna turn into a horror movie for a little bit, and these zombie mutant things are gonna kill a bunch of the squad. Oh, that's not good. It's not, no, it's a bad thing. So then what happens? Well, then out of nowhere, Snow just decides to invite everyone to his mansion. What? I don't know, he's not the brightest. So then Katniss and Gale, they plan on sneaking in, but the Power Rangers, they're checking everybody's faces. Yeah, you gotta watch out for Power Rangers. Yeah, you do, but just as Katniss is about to get caught, a bomb goes off, and then everything explodes, and Katniss's sister explodes, and everything explodes. Oh my god. Yeah, and everybody blames Snow, and so they take him down, but it was actually Coin. Oh, that's gonna be fun to see. No, that's gonna be an off-screen thing. Oh. And so then Coin makes herself president, but she's a little power hungry. Oh, she's evil. She is, and she wants some new Hunger Games, but with people from the Capitol. Wow. So then there's this big ceremony where Katniss is supposed to execute Snow, but instead she shoots her arrow at Coin and kills her. What? How? Well, Coin was standing behind Snow for some reason with her arms open. Just a great target. What was Katniss's plan if she didn't have that amazing placement? Unclear, and so then the crowd runs up.
She could have found another way to kill her, but that was such a cool moment. I really enjoyed that.
To Snow, and they kill him with their bare hands. So then a couple years later, PETA and Katniss, they have some kids. Wait, what happened? Oh, we just jumped forward a couple of years and everything's peaceful now. The symbol of the revolution killed the leader of the revolution in front of a bunch of people, and then people murdered the former president with their bare hands, and that didn't lead to chaos. No, that led to off-screen peace, and everything's good now. Okay. And so Katniss and PETA hang out with their kids a bit, and that's about it. What do you think? Well, it sounds like we're really stretching and squeezing this franchise for everything it's worth, so I'm pretty happy about that.
Prequel coming?
I don't see how we could squeeze another penny out of the Hunger Games.
Yep, that's right around the corner. That's only a couple of months away. But once again, Ryan George making many good points, and you always got to suspend your disbelief when it comes to movies like this, but I enjoyed the finale. I liked the finality of the ending with Katniss and PETA, just living off in District 12, I suppose, just doing their thing out there. What are they going to do? Just teach their kids, homeschool, and they're going to have to move to the Capitol at some point, surely. Twist ending with President Coin. I loved that. I didn't see that coming either. I was shit-talking Snow after the bombs got dropped. I was like, man, Snow, you've lost it, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, she played us all. I thought President Coin was a great character by the end of the series. And I can't explain why, but every single time Gale steps into frame during this series, the only thing that comes out of my mouth is, Gale, what are you doing here? And it was in fine form in my Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2 reaction. I was very curious about why Gale was in places. And the other thing I hoped for was I thought Prim was going to get a little bit more involved in the combat aspect of the story, and she didn't. She ended up becoming a medic and then getting blown apart, which sucks. And the ending with the cat, that was one of my favorite parts of the series as well. But let me know in the comments what you thought about this reaction, and go check out my Hunger Games reactions if you haven't. All 4 should be up on YouTube probably by the time you watch this. If not, the last one's coming very soon. It's on Patreon as we speak. Subscribe here on YouTube as well, and as always, everybody, be well, stay safe, look after your friends. See you in the next video. Peace!